Hello and welcome. Rahul, you're watching me on my Facebook page on my YouTube channel, Rahul My Talk Show. And if you're watching me consistently, welcome back to my channel. I always come up with new ideas and try to inform you of latest development, whatever is happening in the current world, in the real world. Because I know that there are a lot of things going on in the real world, and if you're not keeping yourself abreast with the latest development, then you are living an opportunity, and that is why for every opportunity we have to be competent. And that is why I think that if you'll be listening to good people, your ability, your skills will increase. And that is why we stress on this kind of habitual activity, which can transform our life altogether. So we talk about making positive habits. I talk about making certain an intention, to hone our intuitive ability as well. Sometimes look at all the pillars of life that are really important and essential to shift our reality, because if we want to foster a better future, we have to think differently. What are the cause, striking our everyday life? What are the cause that can be a pillar for our development, and that is where we should focus on. And that is why I try to talk about sometimes metaphysical, because all the way if we want to change our paradigm, our frequency, in which we resonate, the a spectrum where we should identify ourselves in order to find prosperity, and abundance. Because this is vital. Very few people understand exactly that if we will change our paradigm, our energy and frequency of vibration, then only we will be able to attract abundance in our life, true abundance, and that is what will manifest the reality, because everyone is honing their skills, but they are not finding the exact moment. Everything is not aligning in their favor. And many a times, if you will recognize that what are the pillars of aligning yourself with the real reality, how you can manifest more abundance in your life, and how you can change your reality altogether. Yeah, fostering a conviction about yourself that you can hone your skills, you can make your present skills better. And if you want to dive into business world, your business insights could be better, and required knowledge you have to develop, but it is essential as well. And until unless you don't align your energy with the higher energy spectrum, you cannot do well. Many people say that if we want to get success, we have to make friends who are already success. If you will hang with the friends who are already success, your incisive ability, your insights will certainly change. And that is what we want to see, because until unless our perception about ourselves changes, and the more visibility we get, the more clarity we get, we cannot succeed. And that is why we have to get all these things, visibility, clarity, in order to identify what we want to achieve. And that is why here it comes that you have to make such kind of persons in your friend list. And if you don't have access to those people who are already success, but you have made them your idol, you have to commute the distances, find the places where they spend their time. Many times they participate in community participation, many times they participate in seminars, many times they try to give you certain insights over online, or whatever event they are acting, then participating in, you can also participate there. Yeah, sometimes you have to spend as well to meet with them, but these are all required activities that you have to inculcate. It is important to find environment. Many times you will feel that without environment you cannot grow. If you want to express, particular language, suppose English language, we all belong to India, then we have uh, English language as a secondary language, not our mother tongue. And that is why we sometimes crave that if someone is along with us, we can develop it fully. And that is where, these classes, or all the institutions come into play, and your academic participation comes into play. And many times you go online, you try to interact with other people, and that is where you get that kind of environment. You listen to many podcasts, many videos that amplifies your quality. So these are all things result of what? A community participation. That is what you have to understand. And these things are important. If we are not understanding the real clue, how to get success, finding a network, finding people who are able to execute that kind of things, will certainly bolster your confidence and will provide you a roadmap where you can embark your journey. And that is why I tell you, you know, sometimes you have to focus on your traits, on your friend list, on your thought process. You align your thought process with higher frequencies. And how you can do that? You have to quit which are negative habits. You have to quit procrastination. You have to quit negative attitudes. You have to quit all the negative arguments that you put forth, and put forward that nothing works in this way. Stop complaining. Many times it would happen that there could be cause, and that would be really perceptible that that constraint exists. But how to navigate that? For that, you have to make yourself, your energy upper than those people and those constraints who are creating a hindrance. You have to become a distinguished one. You have to become a distinct one. Amplify your quality, hone your skills, become such kind of personality whose remarkable presence will elicit response from many people, from millions of people. If you want to be in top 5% or top 1%, then you have to hone your skills and become that kind of personality. And once you will resonate in that personality, nobody can cast as person and nobody will be skeptical about your ability. This is what will foster your identity. And that is what you have to recognize. Start with the small steps. Try to make a network. Try to find people. And once you will resonate with them, all together your mentality will change. The little habits that you were thinking before, you'll get clarity how to set your goals, how to achieve that, how to execute each and every plans, how to take actions, how the result will happen, how the implications of all your efforts will give results. Proliferate your action, proliferate your content. If you're becoming someone else every day, try to perceive that, try to imagine, try to immerse in that kind of reality what you want to achieve. Change here happens in mindset, and accordingly you have to take action. If you want to foster something important, think of alignment with higher energy. Think of alignment, how to attract real abundance. You have listened already that law of attraction works, but how it works, until unless you don't immerse yourself, don't execute all these plans, don't resonate with higher class of people, how can you change your reality? It will never happen. You have to find that kind of environment. You have to find that kind of skills. You have to resonate with that kind of mindset. You have to read biography and all these things that others have gone through. And if they are alive, if they are resonating, if they are imparting their knowledge and skills, participate there. Try to imbibe, try to inculcate a habit of assimilating all those knowledge that they are imparting, they are disseminating. All together, it will change your reality. And many times I talk about metaphysical as well, because I want to tell you that everywhere you go, there is a war. If you want to make money, if you want to elevate your lifestyle, you have to fight that war. It is not an easy task. It could be, if it could have been a cakewalk, everybody could have achieved. But mental is strong, and mental ability, that if you strong ability, if you'll be able to develop, it will certainly foster the way to success. Nobody can defy that. And that is why I'm today telling you, these are the secrets. These are the only things that every millionaire try to inculcate. They spend their time with high class people, with high frequency people who are resonating in that spectrum. They try to meet with them. They try to identify how they are working. They try to imitate that. And that happens in real world, and that is why they all are getting success. And we have to realize that these are the things, these are the constraints that are holding us back. How to navigate that challenge, we have to understand that. Next thing I want to tell you, that if you want to be a real star, then you have to also think life differently. If you have a standard to meet your basic needs, And if you are happy with your life, try to think that what are other cravings of your soul as well. Because many a times you'll understand the aim of life is not here in making and fulfilling our needs, but it goes beyond. It could be eternal as well. If we think in terms of energies, our mindset, our consciousness, it works on a very subtle level, and very subtle energy and frequency uh, creates map for it, guidelines for it, and that is where you have to recognize all this path, and you have to navigate all the challenges in order to ascend your consciousness and your ability, your incisive ability, your intellectual work, that whatever you do, you want your intuitive ability to work in a creative way. And this has been the essence of your soul. Your soul craves more. It wants to identify every secret that the universe holds. And once you enlighten that path, once you ignite that fire within, you will recognize that the universe itself is an intelligent being working each and every day to fulfill our needs, and to show us that something beyond lies. All we need to do, we need to open our eyes and try to interact with it in an intuitive manner. Your discernment ability also plays a crucial role in order to extract all those positivity, because until and unless you don't move forward, and there is a test, there is a very big spiritual warfare as well going on, that you will perceive with your subtle mindset how the creative works happen in your life, and how your energies align. When aligned, you find yourself in higher frequency, and every time it will not be constant. You have to protect your life, you have to go through the war. And that is what I always iterate, that it is essential that we should ascend, and we should look at everything. Your eclectic experience comes here. The real test happens in spiritual warfare. That is what will tell you the reality of life. When you will be awakened, when you will be aware of your everything happening around you and within you, you will perceive. You will perceive that the Red Sea is Red Sea. And if you are in sleep mode, the Red Sea is Dead Sea for you. That is what you have to identify. I just want to tell you the roadmap, but it is in your hand how you ascend, how you make free, how you get freedom out of these clutches, these cycles that are holding you back, And everything converges on your mental ability, on your incisiveness, how you discern things, how you keep it a secret with you, or if you want to disseminate it further, how you represent it. Because there is a lot of thing going on, you'll feel at such a level, but once you'll take a stand, many people will find that they will be able to ascend, they will be able to find clarity, they will be able to invent new things, new positive energies will flow into the vibrational spectrum, and many people will be ascended. It not only helps in our physical ascension, but it also helps at a very subtle level, that fulfills the needs of our soul. That is what we have to recognize. And very few people are talking about it. They are afraid that they will be targeted, and it happens, Very few people are talking about it, and I'm one of them. Because I know that it is essential that some people try to collectively collaborate and try to come forward. Because if you will take initiative today, all those people who are guarding the light on this planet will not be desperate, will not be desolated, will not be in a peculiar situation. They will be fostering and will be ascending together, because it is essential to protect this light on this planet. And that is what I always try to disseminate, that we just want to stand along with you, and we feel that you also have that kind of power. If my voice is coming to you, if my videos are reaching you, that means you have been a distinguished personality already, and you would be knowing all these together. we will ascend. And that is why I want to tell you that to identify your opportunities and every time. Yeah, it is important to look life in a different way. Sometimes rationality is important, but many times, the physical life as well as the spiritual life is also important. Yeah, if you can manage both, it is the real test of your intelligence, your incisiveness. And we are human beings, we have been given a human brain, and it works really well. God expects from you, the universe expects from you, the supreme design expects from you, and you have to stand in order to protect the interest of the planet, the interest of all those people who are ascending together with you. Did you understand? Thank you for listening to me.